It's Week 16 of the NFL. All eyes are on Jamar Chase. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season thus far. It's the Bengals and the Falcons, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
On a chilly December afternoon, sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm Brandon Gaudin, to my right, Charles Davis. Happy to be with you. And, CD, we've got a couple of very potent offenses about to take the field below us in this one.
Both potent, but they certainly go about things in different ways, don't they, partner? On one side, you've got the #1 rushing offense in the league. They want to run, and wear you down and own the time of possession. But then on the other side, you got an offense that thinks pass first, second, and third, and they're up near the top of the league in passing yards, and they like to strike quickly. We'll see which style of offense prevails in this one.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded right at the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
We'll take that.
And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field, see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Mond out of the shotgun. Got a man, it's London. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. From the gun, a give to counter. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Dang, that was the quickest drive ever. Looking good so far.
And the Falcons need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not, just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Here we go. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Right there, wasn't it? Just go right at it. Let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Going deep here for Parker. And that is incomplete. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Burrow on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot. But nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Yeah, he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Take it in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. And this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. He graduated the Naval Academy. And back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
The numbers for Mixon last week. 19 carries, 93 yards, and a score.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the first and goal.
Here we go. Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That time a 6-play drive, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Ready. They start the drive with Connor. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Mond. Got London on the slant. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go. Here we go. Opening carry of the game for Cordell Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Mond going to throw it. Screen pass to Connor. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they
Bengals as they try to defend this on third. From the gun, here's Mond. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. On fourth down, Tom Maggio out to punt. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Mixon with a first down carry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
On 2.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he goes out right around the 39. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown. But when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Mond.
And caught by London. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. So they were able to put the pen to the paper this week, get this deal done, contract extension, and I'm sure that the coach's front office happy. He's got to be happy too, though.
He's got to be relieved. He doesn't have to worry about moving now, doesn't have to worry about not having a team. He's back with a team he's comfortable with and where he feels he belongs. Yeah, I think he feels pretty good about this whole deal.
On 1st and 10, here's Mond.
This pass is caught by London. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Down.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Falcons at 10-4 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust instead of just talking about winning.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
B.J. Hill, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Into the hands of London. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Patterson running between the tackles. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Connor up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Mond's going to keep this himself. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
Running the counter, Patterson. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Mond looks to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. B.J. Hill. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here we go. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there.
Corners are playing really good.
The ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it will be Falcon football. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Connor on first down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Again, it's Connor. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 27. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Burrow looking to pass. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, after able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Now Burrow. Jumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year as they have taken the lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
McPherson on for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn that for a first down.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mond. And seeing nowhere to throw. He chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Rashaan Evans.
And he takes this one
Man,
to the end zone.
another miracle interception and a pick.
Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
Coup for the extra point.
It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. After the pick six, here's Burrow again.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this is caught. It's Parker.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
11, Thomas. 11. 12.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And over the middle, this is Parker.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Cowboys who get the win at home. Dak Prescott leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Zach Pascal, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Baker Mayfield, strong in the victory, as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they were able to find some success running the football, which is something
they'll need to continue to do in a close game like this one. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no. action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On 2nd and 7,
Mond. Well, Mond fumbles it.
we talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, if they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime, they're fortunate to retain possession.
Screen pass to Connor. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there and take the hit and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Burrow will throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Coup now for the point after.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Boom.
User pick.
Are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. 3rd down from the gun, it's Mond. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
11, 12. 11.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Here's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in. 1st down. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now back to throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great effort there. With touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. And there was was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie us at 24.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Mond looks to throw on first down.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
Mond going to throw it.
That's complete to his running back, Connor.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On first down, here's Mond.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback.
Man, that D-line is just, they're tough. You can't run from them.
Far too often.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They run behind center with Connor. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Here's Mond. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
second down and 4. Mond. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to stay tuned because we got the Chiefs next.
On this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is going to slide to a halt inside the 5-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Algier going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Okay, right?
Off the play fake, Mond. And this one's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. For the
Boom.
moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags.
Hopefully it's not holding.
So let's sort this out.
Holding. Offense.
Man, come on.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Mond looks to throw. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot. defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And you can see they've already clinched the AFC North. As it stands, of course, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend. But you know, we always talk about how coaches say, we want to win that division, and that's the key thing, right?
Oh, that's absolutely right. And that comes all the way down from the front office. They've built their teams to win their division first, because if you do that, you guarantee that first game at home. Yeah, if you get the #1 seed in a bye, that's terrific. But bottom line, get into the playoffs. There are a heck of a lot of teams watching that wish they were in your spot.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
11.
Back to Mixon on second down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now it's Burrow. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They begin on the ground here with Connor. Always got some breathing room. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you want the final metric on his top speed, and trust me, you do, Next Gen Stats says he hit 22.4 miles an hour. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now it's Burrow. And that one caught downfield by Boyd. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
12.
Burrow looking to pass. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
11, MT, hey.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. McPherson's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. A nice run there. He calls his own number, gets the first down, and then slides to a stop before he has to take any contact.
And that absolutely has to please this coaching staff, because you know they've been drilling into his head. You're no good to us on the sidelines if you're not playing, right? If you have to be over here full-time with us, that doesn't work so well. We need you on the field, so sliding like that, they'll take that every time.
Here's a handoff to Connor. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
On second, here's Algier.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
So 1st down, and they'll stick with Algier.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Holding. Offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Algier with another carry.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk.
All right, now it's time just to try and run down the rest of the clock.
Let's go.
And they will take a knee here. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Third down, here's Patterson.
And he gets it down to the 32. Calling a gain of 5. 4th down now. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Oh, nope, never had a chance.
Holy crap.
No good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. All right,
Are you kidding
instead
me?
of a 2-score lead in the waning moments, that miss means they're going to need to sweat this one out after all, partner.
Nothing comes easy in this league. That could turn out to be a miss of disastrous proportions. So now they need to call on their defense one last time to bail them out.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To throw, Burrow.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
There we go. Luckily, they didn't have any timeouts.
Right down to the wire, and CeeDee had that one final chance to try to navigate
Week
their way into the
17
end zone,
is
but
Chiefs.
couldn't get it done to
I'm going to
avoid
end
the
this one and
loss.
cut some
Yeah, and how about
the highlight
defense
video
there,
and
because
get back up and
while
running.
they had one final
Thanks for
look
watching,
at the end
guys.
zone, the
Make sure
defense
to
made sure they
like
knew
and
what they were
subscribe
doing on the
button.
last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for Atlanta, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.